terms of our forecast, that's the highest growth rate area. Comment on China. Tremendous market potential in China. One of the reasons is that, starting today to build a transportation infrastructure, building a runway puts you into the transportation business. You don't have to build miles and miles of railroad or miles and miles of highway. The airplane starts being able to expand very quickly. I think the same thing can be said to be true of Indonesia, of a number of other countries in Southeast Asia, where the airplane can really bring transportation rapidly to an area, and therefore show a very high growth rate.
Mr. Condit, last year Boeing laid off 17,000 people, and more layoffs are predicted this year, and at the same time you're reducing cycle time and gaining all these efficiencies through the new ways you have of working. Does that mean that when the airplane cycle moves up that there won't be a big cycle of hiring?
One of the things that is one of our long-term goals is to find things that allow us to help stabilize the workforce. I was here in 1969, as was Alan. We watched 2/3 of Boeing people disappear, and we began looking for different ways that we could damp the effects of economic cycles. One of them is to get more efficient, so you have resources that you can then deploy in a much more efficient fashion when you have an upturn. So yes, we will be trying in the next upturn to use those efficiencies so that we don't go through a massive hiring and then put ourselves into a downturn on the far side. This last cycle was dramatically better in a recession that was every bit as severe as 69-70. We handled it from a company standpoint and an employment standpoint much better than we had in the past, and we're going to keep trying to improve on that. Holly.
mission not to deny our past, but to continuously improve upon it. A vision we've come to call Working Together. We may be the experts when it comes to building airplanes, but it's our customers who are the experts when it comes to using them. They know what it takes to operate in the real world of air transportation. We've always listened to our customers. We never could have come this far if we hadn't. But we've never listened as hard as we have on the 777. How many seats do they want in their new plane? What kind of routes do they want to fly? To create an efficient, stress-free flight deck environment. It means working with ground crews to create an interior that can be quickly and easily reconfigured, giving our customers the flexibility they need to cope with an ever-changing market. It makes little sense to hire the best people in the aerospace industry and then keep them from talking to each other. Working together recognizes the value assigned for the people who have to use it. The flight crews, cabin attendants, and mechanics who keep an airline in the air. Designers in different locations and from different disciplines can work together electronically. The result is a better, more functional, and more efficient airplane. The 777 is the first Boeing commercial jetliner to be built without the use of a full-size physical model. Instead, our designers join. Turning raw materials into finished parts is an art, and no one knows more about manufacturing than the artist factory. To program their machines and design the airplane's assembly too. The end result is an airplane that fits together as perfectly in reality. The wire bundles and hydraulic tubing that power and control virtually every system on the airplane fit perfectly the first time. The doors fit perfectly. The overhead storage bins fit perfectly. All of the 777's electrical buses were brought online, tested, and approved within. The first 777 marks the beginning of a family of airplanes Boeing is designing to meet the needs of the airlines far into the future. The 777 family will allow airlines to replace their aging first gen with airplanes that are efficient, reliable, and built with unsurpassed quality. What began as a vision has become a reality. The 777 is a remarkable airplane, but its aluminum and upgrade. The 777 is a symbol of Boeing's company-wide commitment to value. A determination to provide our customers with competitively priced signature of every individual on the Boeing team.
Good morning. And resources. And you're about to see the payoff. This beautiful airplane comes with a long list of firsts. It's the first airplane program with working together agreements during a critical part of the design process. And maybe most important, this is the first time that an entire team joins together to celebrate the unveiling of its achievement to the world. Whether you were personally involved in working long hours, and we find we're constantly relearning the lessons that first began back in the Red Barn. This isn't the first time we've worked together. It isn't the first time we've listened to our customers. And it won't be the first time that we have satisfied customers. However, it is the first time that we've had the opportunity to recognize and thank the entire team, employees, customers, partners, suppliers, and guests for working together to create the 777. We've got a future looks bright for the entire Boeing company. We must continue to relearn our best working together practices, ready for service, and as a better value to our customers. Now, I would like to welcome you to the unveiling of the 7th all-new Boeing commercial jetliner ever produced. This is truly a quality product, and you should all be proud of what you've achieved. In fact, I suggest you give yourselves a big round of applause.
As we allow our last audience to exit. Once the front area has been cleared, you'll be allowed to move forward into the pre-event area. Please have your tickets visible. There is a platform on the right for those with special needs and a reserved area on the left for media guests. Please help us by keeping these areas available for the appropriate groups. And please do not climb over or under the draperies. Thank you.
All right. Is everything going well?
Yeah, we're exhausted, but yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Hey, do you know how long the slideshow is in terms of time? I call it the slideshow. If that's incorrect, forgive me.
You mean in here?
Yes.
10 minutes.
Just about 10 minutes of that before we hit curtains up and see the airplane. Okay. Brenda, I think it's about 10 minutes before we're going to see curtains up in the airplane here. I mean, there's a slide type present multimedia thing.
It's about a 8-minute show right in there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Brenda, you copy?
Have you heard Brenda yet?
Yes, I'm talking to her now.
Why don't I hear?
Right. Okay. All right.
Why don't I hear her?
Are you on?
Yeah.
Are you plugged in? Well, she's there. Okay, they've started the show, but there's all this multimedia. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see how that looks to you? I think people want to see the plane. I mean, I think if you're... Yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's why I'm suggesting we don't do anything yet. Now, you are aware I will be off camera here, right? It's the world's first off-camera live shot for a reporter. Are you attuned to this? Are you there? 12. I should be on 12. For the higher channels. Brenda, have you gone away? She's gone away. Oh. You know you will not be seeing me on here. You know that, right? You're going to stay on the plane. You are not going to see my face. Oh, okay. Right. So whoever is going to anchor our way into this needs to make some reference at some point to the fact that Glenn Farley's there off camera. We've agreed not to use lights during this thing. That's not where you're going to see him, you know. But okay, just so you know, I mean, there's been so many miscommunications so far today that. Do you know? You probably know the program well enough to give me like a 1-minute warning.
You'll know the music really builds. It's like
Okay.
an EP.
I went through it once before, but.
Still don't know why I don't have IFB. I'm on channel 12.
Okay, Steve Dowd's IFB is dead. We can't figure out why it won't work. Try 12 or 13. Art, are you there? Can you get on this thing? No, I know you can't. What channel is the IFB supposed to be tuned to? Should be 12. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, it's dead. It's just dead. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's fine.
Is that the same for channel 2? Can I pick it up on channel 2?
Can he pick it up on channel 2 at all?
On my regular two-way?
Yeah, unless they put it completely up on 2. Yeah, let's just go with the flow. When you hear me start to really talk, I mean, have you been through the first one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. We're about a minute away here. Brenda, do you copy? Okay. When do you see your next opportunity? How far?
They're going to show that sign one more time, and you'll be able to know that black screen will come on.
Okay, why don't you start breaking in? Well, Alan, that's right. You're going to see the plane here in just a matter of seconds. We've agreed, the reason you don't see me is we've agreed not to use lights during the ceremony. Right now inside the new hangar in the extension of the new hangar at Boeing, we are going to see the 777 publicly live on King TV for the first time in its complete painted regalia. It's about 3,500 employees here watching this. This is actually being done 15 times today, and here it is. This production has been put on by Dick Clark Productions from down in Southern California. Yes, it is the Dick Clark. He actually does this on the side, we gather, and they've been up here for months working on this production. Boeing's running 100,000 employees and guests through here today. Again, 15 times, 3,500 at a time. That's the first time they've had this much employee involvement in a new airplane rollout, much less the development program, because there's been a lot of employee involvement in this program from its earliest design stages all the way through the final and completed project as it is here. And there it is, in full light, full color, the Boeing 777. It is almost as big as the Boeing 747. It has, among other things, the biggest landing gear in use on a commercial jet in the West, not to mention the biggest jet engines ever used for a commercial jet anywhere. The jet engine literally is the same diameter as the smaller Boeing 737 and 757. You could sit 6 people across, sitting in their seats inside those engines, complete with an aisle. And again, this is one of 15 times they're going to do this today. Employees are coming up from all over. Some are up from as far away as the Boeing facility, a big machining facility in Portland, Oregon. Large portions of the 777 are built down in Pierce County at a new plant in Frederickson, including the tail of the airplane, which is made with composites. But that's it from Everett. Again, this is one of 15 times. We will be back more at 5 o'clock with a complete wrap-up of the activities here for the rollout of the Boeing 777. I'm Glenn Farley reporting live in Everett. Back to you in the studio. Thanks for that. That timed out pretty well. How did the audio sound? Did the audio sound clean or did it sound real mushy? It was very clean. Okay.
That mic will work well for you.
Any photographers would like to shoot under the plane with the people, please come down to the staircase.
Whatever works, just as long as we get it on. As long as we get the... So... That's fine. Okay. That's fine. All right. Bye. Okay, we're all done with live today, right? Except for 5. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Bye.